All right, we are live. What's going on, everybody? You already know what it
Rolling,
is.
rolling.
So,
Hola.
Nooner Nation podcast for Nooners by Nooners. The trio's back together. Jake's back from his, what do the natives do? His vision quest out in the
Yeah.
desert.
Yeah, up in Santa Fe.
Yeah,
He's done tripping on peyote.
or like Homer Simpson did for his vision quest. He coated his tongue in wax to win a spicy chili challenge, and it was so spicy it made him insane, and he went on a vision quest. So
I
no,
say it's a peyote.
probably the peyote. So I'm a bit out of frame, am I? Okay, I don't know. I'm also handicapped, but
It's the rule of third, Elijah. Elijah, shut the fuck up. You don't know it. It's
yeah,
it's cinematography, all right?
yeah. You're not in the business. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, you already know what it is. Like, subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes, leave a 5-star on Spotify, chuck your Android in the trash, stop being poor and go get a goddamn iPhone.
Just like stop being poor.
Per green message.
However, I've heard like the new iPhones, they have all kinds of like settings already on them where they'll like put it on basically do not disturb and all this shit. So
Oh, I was actually just texting my best friend today, and it's still a green message. I was like, dude, when are you gonna get an iPhone? So it's not like I'm sending out text messages like carrier pigeons in World War One. He's like, I have an iPhone. I was like, no, you're getting green messages. He
just
went.
didn't
He
have
went into the. He went
iMessages.
into our text settings, and yeah, iMessaging was turned off. So
Yeah. Yeah, the new iPhones seem very strange, like when you first get them and like just how they're set up now, and it seems like a massive pain in the ass.
yeah, I can't thumb the weed eater bulb, Ruben. That's why I actually have a kid coming to mow my grass this weekend. So for anybody that didn't hear the news, on Monday, as you can see behind me, the set looks a little different. It's not the brick; it's actually just drywall. Because I'm actually in what will eventually be our basement bedroom, and I was hanging drywall over the weekend, and got in a bit of a rush with scoring a sheet of drywall, and didn't realize the tip of my thumb was in the way of the knife, and cut a pretty solid chunk off of my thumb. As far as measurements, I'm not real sure, but it was probably big enough that I probably could have fried it up and ate it if I really wanted to. Um, like the
Okay,
it was like a
calm
it
down.
was like a it was like a quarter.
All right,
Charlie
Hannibal.
Charlie's seen it and Jake's seen it now. Like
It
I
wasn't
literally
that much.
like I took the corner off of my thumb. Um,
He clipped himself.
I don't have a large appetite, so I don't know.
He circumcised his thumb, all
And I
right?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how filling thumb meat is either.
I would assume not. Probably about like pork. Maybe.
Pork. I'm pretty lean though. I feel like I'd be more of a turkey.
Are you saying?
I
I'd say
de-
ostrich.
I deli sliced my thumb. Just sink right off. And when I did it, again, I wasn't paying attention, so I just felt like this kind of weird pinch on my thumb. And I'm sure, as I recount this in my head, I'm sure it was probably only like less than a second. But like, ow. And I look at my thumb, and there's a chunk missing out of it. It hadn't started bleeding yet. And I'm like, what the hell? And I look down at the drywall, and the chunk of my thumb is laying on the drywall. And I'm literally just like back and forth, like, what in the world just happened? And then the second I realized what had just happened, that's when the blood started coming out. And I'm just like screaming through the house, like, fuck, 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 fuck. And my wife's like, what? I was like, I cut my thumb off. She's like, what? I was like, I cut my thumb. She's like, I'll go get a Band-Aid. I was like, a Band-Aid's not going to do shit.
Did you say thumb or did you say I cut my fucking hand off? Which one was it?
I think I don't even know. It's all I kind of blacked out for a minute. But
Because when my dad did his thumb, he yelled, I cut my fucking hand off.
so yeah, I spent all Memorial Day in the ER. They couldn't sew. I actually got the piece that I cut off and put it in a Ziploc bag. They said,
Not on ice, by the way. I had to tell you, put that bitch on ice.
either way, they said it was too thin to use. Like they couldn't have sewn it back on.
But still, I mean, if you wanted to.
So yeah, they couldn't get the bleeding to stop. The stupidity on my end, and I'll chalk this up to like my male machismo. When I first went in to the ER, I sat there for like 2 hours. They told me it was probably going to be another 2 hours. And by that point, like I had it, granted, not with like any kind of sterile gauze, but like paper towels with medical tape over it, keeping pressure. The paper towels like were still looked clean from where I could see it, and it stopped hurting. So I was like, oh, maybe it just stopped bleeding. Maybe it's not as bad as what I initially thought, and it's like stopped bleeding on its own. I just go home and keep pressure on it. So I come home from the emergency room, go up to my bathroom in my bedroom, tell my wife like, oh, go grab some paper towels just in case it does bleed a little bit or something. I take my battlefield bandage off, and it immediately just gushing blood again. So then I'm like, fuck. I need paper towels now. My wife brings up my wife brings up a big wad of paper towels. I immediately just like clamp down on my thumb. And I don't know what it was, because I actually have no problem with blood whatsoever. But like sitting there holding it and just seeing all the blood in the sink, like I just broke out in a cold sweat. Like, do you know how you feel like when you're actually sick, you're like, I'm about to throw up kind of thing? Like cold sweat, shaking.
I'm gonna throw up.
I was like, oh fuck. And I just sit down on the bathroom floor. And then next thing I know, I wake up on I'm laying on the tile in the bathroom.
You passed out?
No, apparently I didn't pass out. My wife just laid me down because I was unresponsive. I was just like shaking and sweating. I don't know.
Unresponsive. I didn't pass out. I was just unresponsive.
Listen, bitch, I didn't pass out. Okay, I'm not Harry Potter with the Dementors. Okay.
Honey, it kind of sounds.
I was
like
just
you were
focused.
Harry Potter.
I was just focused on my thumb. All right. But anyways, I
thought I was just unresponsive.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But anyway,
I'm not over that yet.
but then like
I was in a cold sweat and unresponsive.
Like the second my body hit like the cold tile floor, it was like I jolted back up. I was like, oh shit, what just happened? So yeah, I probably did pass out.
Don't be in denial.
Denial
is not just a river in Egypt.
I hear my wife on the phone with my mother-in-law. She's like, he's laying down on the bathroom floor. Like, should I call 911? And by the time, like, again, like, I'm back to like being pretty coherent. I was like, do not call 911. Like, you out of your mind? I just cut my thumb. I don't need a fucking ambulance. Like, just take me back to the ER. Just drive me back to the goddamn ER. So then I sat there for another like 6 hours trying to get the bleeding to stop. And they used, they're like, oh, we're going to use Quick Clot. And I was like, okay, I've seen that in like the movies, you know, like Navy SEALs get shot, they pour all the powder in there kind of thing. Oh, yeah. But this was actually like, it almost looked like mesh, ironically, looked like mesh drywall tape. And like, oh yeah, we're going to put this.
Insult to injury.
We're going to like push this on there. It's got lidocaine, epinephrine, and Quick Clot powder like mixed into the fibers. And I was like, okay, like, what's this going to feel like? The guy's like, actually, I have no clue. I've never had to use it before. And I was like, okay. He's like, if anything, it might sting a little bit. He's like, but the big thing is, like, we got to put a lot of pressure down on it to make sure we get it, like, all the way into the wound.
Oh.
It's like, let me know, buddy.
He pushed that down on the wound. And I told Charlie this that day while I was in the ER, but Jake hasn't heard it. That is literally the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. Like, it felt like 1,000 needles getting pushed into an open wound. And he's just pushing and pushing and pushing. And then finally, like, again, like almost like sweating, shaking. I was like, how long do you have to hold this here for? He was like, actually, I don't know. Like, do you want to keep pressure on it while I go ask? I was like,
I don't know. I'll go find out.
So, like, yeah, like I kind of like take my other hand and push pressure down this thing, and it hurt so bad. It seemed like it took an hour. It was probably like 30 seconds. He's like, yeah, we got to keep pressure on it for like a solid 2 minutes.
It was definitely a few minutes.
By the time he came in, I was like, dude, I cannot hold any more pressure on this. Like, I was like shaking. Like, my hand didn't work. It hurt so bad.
I'm honestly surprised. They didn't give you an IV or anything like that, though, right? If they had, you definitely
They wouldn't give me shit. Like,
if they had given you an IV, you definitely would have gotten some morphine or some fentanyl. They would have given you some sort of drug.
They wouldn't give me anything because even while I'm sitting there waiting,
since you didn't need an IV or anything like that, they weren't gonna give you fucking shit.
Like, they're like, oh, so like, what's your pain like right now? This is as I'm just waiting for them to do anything, right? They're like, what's the pain? I was like, I mean, like a constant 7, but there's times where it shoots up to like a 9 or 10. Like, is there anything?
Always say 10.
Can you at least like numb it? Can you do something? Let me go check on that. And then they go away and never come back. You know.
I'm also surprised they didn't do, like a injection lidocaine, which would have hurt like a bitch, but the whole fucking thing would have been numb.
Yeah, I don't know. I was
surprised
pissed.
they didn't do that. At least.
So yeah, after 9 hours in the ER, they finally come in, and a nurse is like, after they do the quick clot shit, I'm in there for probably another 4 hours, and they finally come in. The doctor finally comes back in. He's like, oh, well, let's see how this worked, and they like undo the wrapping, and it's not bleeding as bad because when they did that quick clot stuff. Like, you could see, like, every time my heart would beat, like, blood would kind of not squirt out, but there'd be, like, a pump of blood come out the tip of my finger, you know? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't doing that. It was just kind of, like, localized bleeding. So they're like, oh, okay, like, yeah, it's still bleeding. A little bit more than we're comfortable just trying to wrap it up. So, I'll be right back. And I was like, oh, great. Right back means another 2 hours of sitting in here. But about 20 minutes goes by and a nurse comes in with a syringe. She's like, oh, I'm going to numb it. And I was like, oh. My immediate thought was, because I saw the syringe. I didn't see a needle, but I saw the syringe. I was like, oh, are they going to, like, put a needle into the wound? Because that sounds like it's going to fucking suck as well. But no, it ended up just being like a open syringe with gel in it. They just poured all over my thumb. Mm-hmm. And then eventually they came in with was it sulfur nitrate, and it was like, it almost looked like
silver nitrate.
Is it silver nitrate?
I believe it's silver nitrate. It's the stuff that, like, if you take it, will turn you blue. I looked it up.
Could be.
I Googled it. I was Googling.
I want to say they said sulfur nitrate. You might be, by that point I had been in there so long. I was like, do whatever the fuck.
I mean, I can see that.
But it almost looked like dark gray tile grout, like on the end of a stick. And they just rubbed it, and it smelled terrible. But essentially, all that did was like a chemically cauterized like everything, including like nerve endings and shit. So the wound the actual wound doesn't hurt that bad. It's kind of a little bit of a throb. What hurts is the skin around it, and then they had it wrapped up so tight for so long. Like, I had to keep it wrapped up for like 2 days. Jonathan says silver nitrate. Maybe that's what it was.
I Googled it, and it is a chemical castrator.
Chemical castrator. Well, I didn't consent to that, but whatever. But yeah, so now the edges of the wound are what hurts, and then they had it wrapped up so long that I have like blisters on my skin. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever like had a Band-Aid on for too long, you know? It's like all white and blistery. I've got like that like all the way around my thumb, which doesn't fucking feel great either. But yeah, it was a fun time, for sure. Anybody that wants to actually see it, DM me and I'll send you pictures. It's a good time, for sure. Not going to be hand modeling anytime soon.
Well, not with that hand.
Not with that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Good news is apparently Apple will let us be able to create our own emojis through AI. So
Mm.
when you get the
I can just like,
thumbs up
shave this
one,
part of the thumb off.
you can just shave part of it off.
So yeah, so Charlie's in a group chat with me, and as I'm in the ER, I'm texting the group chat letting him know. And I forgot what you said, but I sent the thumbs up emoji, and she immediately texts us back. She's like, "Oh, I bet that emoji hits a little different now, doesn't it?"
Charlie!
I can like immediately, dude. I saw it and I was like, that hits different, doesn't it? I mean, come on. What else am I supposed to say?
No,
like,
it was
I'm
funny.
sorry, you cut your own finger off. Like,
It was funny.
No, I have to make fun of him immediately.
Oh, Juanathan, funny thing about your thing, somebody hit me up on Instagram asking about my thumb, and I was like, yeah, I guess I'm not gonna be a hand model anymore. And his DMs me back. He's like, hey man, I don't know if you noticed, but they let fat people on the cover of the swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated. Keep your hopes up.
Oh my gosh. That's fucking great.
I was like,
See,
fair.
you have to bring smiles to people's faces when shit hits the fan. This is what I've learned through my own shit. It's fun to laugh. When you get the whole like coddling thing, it's not that great. But when you have someone trying to make you laugh and kind of poke fun at you,
Oh yeah.
that's when you know that person really loves you.
Yeah, it was a not fun way to spend Memorial Day for sure, but we'll be fine.
But hey, just like Elijah said, like you lost something on Memorial Day too. Like
Yeah.
it's always gonna hit different from now on.
Yeah, so next year if I do the Murph in my gym, I'm not doing it for, the people lost in the Middle East. I'm doing it for my thumb.
In solidarity.
Yeah. People are like, oh, I'll be like, I'll get the workout done and just be in the corner, like crying my eyes out emotionally. Be like, oh, did you lose somebody? I was like, yes. The corner of my thumb.
I'm gonna black out this part of my
I'm gonna
thumb
black it out.
next year.
Put like
And
a
I'm
little
gonna post it on my Instagram.
I'm gonna get like a purple heart tattooed on my thumb.
But literally just a literal purple heart.
A purple heart. Oh, it's my purple heart for those that
Yeah, like
lost.
the emoji, exactly.
Yeah. For those lost, never forget. # never forget.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta write a novel about it that's gonna be adapted and you're gonna be played by Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Yeah, about my 9-hour saga in the fucking ER. Probably could. Jake, me and you will work on the screenplay for that.
Oh yeah, Mark Wahlberg plays you. Fucking Eva Longoria plays your wife.
Yeah, yeah. Huh? I mean, it
Get her
fit,
to come
I
out of
guess.
retirement, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Womb doing the Murph for my dude who stuck his hand in the deep fryer. That is literally one of the most horrific things I've ever witnessed in my life. So
Grody.
it really is. I've seen some crazy shit. A fucking dude high off his ass, putting his hand in a deep fryer, is on the top of the list for sure. So, but yeah. Other than that, how about you guys? You guys have a good weekend?
We worked on our pool, and it was a huge pain in the ass.
As pools are. As pools are. Did you get it done though?
We did, but seriously, like from standing on the concrete bottom for so long, like my feet still fucking hurt.
Oh, your feet hurt? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, your feet hurt.
My feet hurt from standing on a flat surface.
Yeah. Wear Crocs next time. Jesus.
We couldn't wear shoes on the fucking liner, man. Like
That's why. No,
You
that's
had
why.
to
So
be
next year,
hot.
for real though, I will say this for real from somebody who has helped people set up above ground pools before. The people that do, they have Crocs because they're foam, and they're only allowed like they have a pair of Crocs that they only like get down into the pool, put the Crocs on, wear them in the pool, take them off before they get out, and put them back in the box for next year. And they're only
I mean,
allowed
that
to.
makes sense
So,
because that concrete for hours,
oh
it
yeah, it
really does hurt.
sucks. Fucking blows. Or like, have you ever been to like a public pool and they have like the grippiness on the bottom
Oh,
of the
that'll
pool?
just tear your feet up.
Tears your feet up.
Like I understand it's needed, but damn, my
Yeah.
neighbor had that on his a below ground pool.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it.
Yeah, over the weekend,
It's cave pool.
like a
Is cave pool?
no, it's just a in-ground pool.
I like that. I like below ground or cave.
Below a cave pool, a grotto, if you will. No, but my around Des Moines, there's a bunch of like almost like every kind of like neighborhood has its own aquatic center. So my 8-year-old went to the local one here with his friend like 2 days in a row over the weekend, and yeah, like the bottom of his feet are just raw.
Ugh.
Yeah. I was like, yep,
Yeah,
I know
it'll happen. It'll happen easy.
I know the feeling, bud. I've been to a public pool. All the urine in the water doesn't help either, you know.
Yeah, that's why.
Or
I'm
maybe
super
it does
glad
help
they-
as a disinfectant, maybe, depending on whose pee it is. But
It's sterile, and I like the
it's
taste.
sterile, and I like the taste. I ain't crazy, and I ain't no guy. My name's Patches O'Houlihan, and I'm your new coach. That's a dodgeball reference, Jake.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Don't know if Jake's ever seen dodgeball.
I've seen dodgeball.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you
That's such a
have
good
you
one.
lived dodgeball?
I mean, my uncle has a best friend named Pirate Steve. So.
All right.
Okay, Bloom's saying I'm a terrible pool boy.
Oh, Charlie's frazzled.
Nuh-uh. I'll take the water and get it checked and find out what it needs. Shut up.
He also said you're just. Oh no, that was Jonathan. I don't know.
No, Jonathan's always talking shit. What's he saying now?
Something
He's
about. I
upset
don't know.
I didn't pool boy for him. Yeah, you didn't get to see me in my bike shorts and my oversized t-shirts all weekend.
You didn't sell yourself enough, Charlie. You should have been like, you didn't see me in my G-string micro bikini, just scrubbing the walls.
Not around my brother-in-law, man. That's weird.
Well, I mean, you gotta work on the tan though. It's only weird if you make it weird, Charlie, or if he makes it weird.
He's only known me since I was like 13 years old. But...
Or if well,
Smacks your ass. Good game.
yeah.
Oh God, I'd punch him in his fucking face, and so would my
Or
sister.
or another dodgeball reference like Charlie's in like skimpy bikini, like wiping the sides of the pool
Make
wall.
sure to get in there all nice and
And
deep.
he's just
like,
he's just over there like rubbing his belly button. He's like, oh yeah,
calls me boy and everything.
getting there nice and
Licking
deep
his lips.
black. Yeah. Was like some like
He's got
fucking
dip in his fucking jaw.
some massive pit bull on a leash sitting right beside him, getting there nice and deep black. The only customer we've had is the guy who keeps paying Justin to wash his truck.
Like, we need his money. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Get in there nice and deep like.
Getting there nice and deep black.
Nice indeed.
Yeah, that's what I say every time my wife tells me to go in deeper. It doesn't have the effect I think it does. She immediately tells me to get off of her.
Harder.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, just rearranging that rectum.
Wait, what?
Took a second to get that one, huh?
Hold the phone. I said cervix. You said rectum. We are talking about our typography is.
I
not
didn't
the same.
say what hole she wanted it deeper in.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? Raccoons and buttholes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Both. I
I
have
mean, according to science, three grown raccoons could fit inside a human asshole.
I can see
I mean,
that.
just depending how far you can stretch that shit. There's like 33 feet of intestine.
Yeah, but there's a curve. If I've learned anything from Dr. Drew about anal, is you really don't want to regularly put anything in your ass that's bigger than the okay sign. And once
Well,
you
fine.
no,
According to Dr. fucking Drew.
he said regularly. And also once you get up, it wasn't
Confirmed
I
Dr.
mean it
Drew hates
wasn't I
anal.
mean it was deeper than I'm ever getting. I think he said once you get up like 11 or 12 inches, there is a curve in the rectum.
It's called a sigmoid colon,
Yeah.
yes.
And like you put something too long up there, you can essentially straighten that out and it'll fuck you up.
Don't disturb the curve.
Yeah.
The
I mean, if
golden
you're putting
rule.
live raccoons inside yourself, are you really that concerned for your well-being?
No,
I mean,
no.
that's what they say.
At that point, you need so much money for meth that you're just doing weird shit, and you're not gonna live long anyways. You know.
YOLO.
That's what they say. There's a rule of thumb for anal.
Well, R.I.P. This was my wife's favorite butthole thumb. So, I gotta learn how to use my right hand in her ass now. I guess so. Sorry for
Are
my
you not
fingers.
right hand dominant?
I am, but over time I've learned I pull the hair with the right hand while slipping the left thumb in.
Should have been going each other way every time, man. This is really on you. This is your mistake.
I know. I had an unbalanced workout. What am I supposed to do? You know.
I was gonna switch that shit up.
But hey, people live like people live as cripples every day. So I'll have to just relearn to live my
for
life.
a handicap placard.
I probably could, to be honest. Even if I had one, though, I couldn't do it. I'm too honest of a person. I couldn't fucking park in a handicap spot. My somebody in my family got a handicap plaque because they were over the age of 16 and under 5 foot tall. So they could legally get a handicap plaque, and it pissed me off so bad. I'm like, just park in the other parking spot. Just fucking walk.
Have you ever been under 5 foot in the last decade?
I don't remember.
So shut your fucking mouth.
Oh yeah, sorry. The plight of the 5 foot
Okay,
16-year-old.
Shut your fucking mouth and enjoy the short walk. Okay?
5 steps for you is 10 for them, all right?
Fair enough, I guess. But all right, let's get to this week's question, which was I'll pull it back up. Something you find incredibly overrated. Pretty simple question, but I think the Nooners are going to show out for this and give us some hot takes.
Oh,
So,
the hottest of hot takes.
we got 41 answers, so we'll see. I'm sure half of them are bots. Like, why are you still single?
I got one. Unfrosted's actually a good fucking movie.
Unfrosted, what is that?
What the fuck is that?
New Jerry Seinfeld movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I don't even know the question. I'm really fucked up at this point.
Yeah, sorry, they've got like a bunch of bot
So
ones.
you said it's overrated?
No.
Here the first one that's not a bot. Thanks, dickhead, whoever said this one. Having all of your thumb. Thanks. I'm still mourning. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a cremation for the other part of my thumb later this week, okay? It's like Coachella and Bonnaroo. I can see that. I've never been to either.
I forgot about Bonnaroo.
Yeah, my brother used to go to Bonnaroo all the time because it was like 2 hours from where we lived in North Carolina. Right? Isn't Bonnaroo in Tennessee?
I have no idea.
Pretty sure Bonnaroo is in Tennessee.
There's too many at this point. I don't.
Well, I think the problem is now like music festivals have strayed away from the music aspect of it and are now just like social media events that happen to have music, right?
Some are. I can't.
No,
The
I'm
last
sure.
festival I went to was in 2019. That was ACL. And it was fucking rad.
Huh.
And and you have like some places to take pictures, but other than that, it was really fucking fun. It was just hot as fucking balls.
But like Coachella, I'm guessing if you go to Coachella because there's people there you like performing, I'm sure it's awesome. The only thing I ever see or read about with Coachella is like, oh, denim shorts and hats are the fashion this year at Coachella. I was like, isn't that the fashion every fucking year at Coachella?
Yes, and that that's one thing I did not see at ACL. Like there was no one doing crazy fashion shit.
Yeah,
There was none of that. It was just people literally there to see the bands, and
yeah.
it
So
was a really fun experience.
I mean, I want to do Burning Man at some point. So
I would almost do Burning Man just to see it.
Even that, I feel like it's not about. It's Coachella really is its own thing with like just being a show off sort of deal. Like
Uh-huh.
Burning Man, people there to do fucking drugs and to
I just feel
live their weird lives.
it's. I guess my opinion on those places is probably a bit unfair because the only thing I ever see from them is like it's just like a festival for influencers. Like I'm sure there is great music and stuff, but the only thing I see is like how it affects the social media influencers, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
plus it's pretty much a playground for the rich and famous.
What's the one
Especially
in
Coachella.
what's the one in Chicago?
Lollapalooza, is that one?
Lollapalooza, yeah.
Yeah.
My
But that started by
sister-in-law's
the
gone to that a
dude.
couple times and she said it was okay, but it was like poorly. She said she thought it was poorly ran. Like there was no like it's just a huge crowd of people wandering around everywhere. You have no clue where any of the stages are. You just have to kind of like wander around and ask a bunch of people that are fucked up on Molly, like, "Oh, hey, where is this stage?"
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a bit how like ACL was. Like
Hmm.
you really you can't you could get a map, but like it's hard to know
Well,
like
the
where the
map's probably
exact
twenty
place
five
is.
dollars, so you're just gonna ask people.
No, I think that was free actually.
Hmm.
But we were there the whole weekend, so
Hmm.
second, third day we knew exactly where
Yeah,
all the stages were. But there were only 4 or 5 stages too.
yeah,
Like there wasn't a shitload.
yeah.
But it was a lot of walking around, a lot of people, and the worst thing was it's being so fucking miserably hot.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
why festivals like EDC do it at night.
Oh, now I just saw
Yeah.
your comment, Jake, in the live chat. I'll go do EDC, but not for the music.
Just for EDC.
For
Well, that's the I can
that
see
is
EDC being a little bit like
DG4L
Coachella.
hunting ground. That is
That's where you go if you
fingerless,
want to eat some ass in a
fingerless
fucking dirty
mesh
hotel room in
gloves
Vegas.
and pasties everywhere.
Yes. But I have to go make another drink, so y'all just keep going without
Okay.
me, okay, guys?
Yep.
Oh my god, Charlie.
Oh my god.
God, Jake, suck my dick.
Fuck you.
But I guess I shouldn't knock a music festival until I've actually gone to one. So maybe I'll go to one next year.
I mean, the only experiences I really have with music festivals are like Warp Tour and Mayhem.
Oh, I have been to Warp Tour, but I went to Warp Tour in '03.
Oh, okay, so you went to like OG Warp Tour. Like
And
my first
I was
Warped
like,
Tour
I think I was like 15 or 16 because I went there because they had is when I was playing like pretty competitive paintball, and the league I was in partnered with Warp Tour, and there was a tournament with Warp Tour in New Orleans. So I was like 15 in New Orleans playing paintball and going to Warp. I had like backstage passes to Warp Tour. So
Holy shit.
like this was
That
like
sounds
when,
like such a Warp Tour thing back in the day, though. Fucking paintball partnerships.
oh
and
yeah.
shit like that.
It was like I was walking around and like there was like this is gonna age me, but it was like Sum 41, Lincoln Park, Corn, but Corn was even like kind of old at that point. It was all like the original, like not even emo, like early 2000s punk bands.
So it's like
Were they-
Avenged Sevenfold and shit like that too.
No, they weren't even. Dude, this was like early Sum 41, like
I think Avenged Sevenfold was on Warp Tour 2000.
Alien Ant Farm, was there. So
See, the first year I went, MGK was like coming up, and he was on Warp Tour.
they still do Warp Tour?
No, they did in this was 2012.
Oh, yeah. All right, moving on to the next one now that Charlie's back. Things you find overrating. Being from California, we get it. Y'all take pride in being part of America's welfare child. It sounds like you just hate California. Like, I know people from California and they don't have that attitude, but I get it.
Whoa.
That is a bot. I know who sent this one. It is not overrated, by the way. The Nature Nook theme song, and every time I do the oh my god, Kurt Cobain's Shotgun, I Love You, and every time I see that, it gets me every time.
Oh, it's perfect.
I love it. Also, have you ever actually seen that documentary? The Grizzly Man? Werner Herzog's just like listening to it. He's like, "You must never listen to this." And he just like slaps her and walks away.
What?
Nope, not reading that one, but I'll send it to you guys.
Okay. I wonder who that one's from then. You know who you are.
You know who you are. Stop it. Get help.
You know that's not going to happen.
I was going to say, three to our listeners.
My gosh. Okay.
I don't even know if that's from the person I think it is, because they call out a specific location, and that is not where that person's from, so.
It might be another person who we don't know talks like that.
Dan Holloway is the next one.
I actually know who did that one.
You know who the last one that I just texted you guys?
Oh, well, maybe now.
But anyways, we're moving on past that one. Somebody submitted Dan Holloway. Is he overrated?
Yes. I mean, he's good what he says about the government, but like people fawning over him, it's like no.
Yeah,
no.
I get it. Here's the thing. Full disclaimer. I've hung out with Dan quite a bit, like privately. He is honestly, if you're just like one-on-one with him privately, he is probably one of the chillest, nicest people ever. But if you get him on one of his things, he goes a bit overboard. For me, anyways. I mean, some people, obviously people love the stuff he does, and that's fine. I don't hate the man. Like I've said, I've hung out with him. Like I've gone to dinner with him privately, and he is an awesome guy. He's actually very thoughtful and caring person. But there are times where I'm like, dude, is this just for the camera? Like, you have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
I don't know. As a complete stranger, he joked about me needing a black eye. So that's always a fun thing.
Well, I mean, Charlie, it doesn't take 5 minutes into meeting you. I was like, this bitch needs a black eye.
All right, fucking fine, touche. You make a good fucking point, Bill. Fuck you.
I'm not trying to defend the man. I'm just saying what I think.
No, I know that. I'm just saying you make a good fucking point.
No, I'm not saying, hey, maybe the black eye is not in anger. Maybe the black eye is in passion. Who knows? You know?
This isn't Californication.
Yeah. Fucking and punching. All right. So next one. Chick-fil-A. It's good, but it ain't that good.
What's better than bitch?
I think you're on your computer mic, Jake. Yeah, it's a little distant. But I mean, Chick-fil-A. I mean, I can see it. My biggest gripe with Chick-fil-A is their nuggets are bomb, but I can run through a 30 rack of those nuggets.
Oh yeah. Now that
especially with the Chick-fil-A sauce.
No, I go Polynesian.
Since I've done the change in their chicken policy, I wonder if it's going to be the same quality.
Oh, what they changed in their chicken policy?
Like beforehand, they were like, "Oh, we're never going to use chicken that's been like overly, you like antibiotic and all that kind of shit. And then now that shit's getting more expensive, they're like, we're gonna need to use that antibiotic riddled chicken.
I don't know. Show me math where giving the animals you eat antibiotics is bad for you, and I'll believe it.
I think it might be. I think that
Is it a
might.
thing? I don't know. I don't really
I
care
think it might be.
because
Fight.
I'm not trying. No, I'm not really. I'm really not trying to start a fight at all. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like to me, like, oh, you're giving the animals I'm eating the opportunity to not have infections. That sounds like it's probably more beneficial for the meat. I don't know.
I just don't think it tastes as good.
Oh, I'm sure, right? Like I'm sure like if somebody was to like fry up a farm, like a grass-fed, free-range farm chicken, that chicken's going to taste way better than Chick-fil-A. But I also know, like I'll also eat chicken McNuggets, and that's just not even chicken anymore. I don't give a fuck.
This is true.
I know what I'm putting in my body at that point. Like even
All chickens
Chick-fil-A.
fuck the same, whether they have antibiotics or not.
Yeah.
All right.
But then, like, if you're paying like $15 for that chicken,
That's my gripe with Chick-fil-A. I'm like, God damn, like if I want to get full on their nuggets, I have to get the 30 pack, and it's like $25. It's like 75 cents a nug, and I'm just housing those bitches because they are
That or
delicious.
the big order mac and cheese on the side.
No, I just go full nug. I go straight nug.
Full
30,
nug.
30 rack of nug, 10 packs of Polynesian sauce.
So you just raw dogging it. Oh, so 30 pack. So you do 3 nugs per sauce package?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, so you really lay it on heavy.
I
That's
lube
a lot of
those
sauce,
babies
man.
down.
I don't think I've never had. Well, maybe one time I've had their pollen. I can't
It's
remember.
it's just sweet and sour sauce. You know, like in. Anyways, God damn it! I should have known this was coming. Opposable extremities. Touche. I've earned that one. Touche. It still bends. Not right now because it's all bandaged up. It still bends. Whoever sent that, for real, anybody listening or watching right now, if you want to see what I actually took off my thumb, just DM me and I'll send you the pictures. I tried putting them on Instagram and they took them down immediately. Next one, Ross Patterson. We're like, okay. Like,
Just fucking drinking.
Our
blows
fans were in a fucking mood this
I
morning.
know.
Holy
Like, what
shit.
the fuck? Okay. I'm moving on.
God, they're late on 2 episodes and you guys turn against them.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'll defend Ross over Dan. Also, the other thing with Dan, I straight up said right in front of his face, someone just grabbed my ass at the seltzer event and he didn't say a fucking word at his own event that I got assaulted at. And then
I remember. Was that big tall guy?
Yes, you were
Yes.
literally right next to him when I said it. He didn't say a fucking word, and then I said it to Jack Mandeville like months later, and he got way more upset. And I was like, well, there were some people that were there that could have done something about it. But then at the same time, that dude straight up slapped Ross in the face the same night. So he was just assaulting people left and right that night.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that guy was a dick. I don't know if you told me right when it happened. I think you told me afterwards.
No, it was literally...
Was it?
I walked away. It was literally right after it happened. I walked and found y'all and said it.
Yeah, that guy was a fucking asshole. Like, sorry that I didn't do anything else, but, you know, I didn't defend your honor.
I mean, to be fair, it's not the first time it's happened. It might not be the last.
In my mind, honestly, knowing
I'm
you...
used to nobody doing anything about it because it's like, so what? You have a big butt. Like, it's going to get slapped. And it's just like, yeah, okay, I guess so.
I don't know. There's a difference between...
You have the right to have your body.
Yeah, that guy was an asshole.
Assaulted.
I know exactly who you're talking about. That guy was a fucking dick. And I gave him a hat when I walked in, by the way. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
I I just assumed
If you're
when you came
listening,
and told
guys,
me, I was like,
suck a
well,
fucking dick.
if you didn't stab him, I'm assuming you don't want me to stab him. So, like,
I mean, I didn't have anything to stab with.
oh, you can find some things, Charlie. The next one, women's rights.
That's not fitting right now.
Well, I know that's a weird one to follow up on. Ill-timed, ill-timed for sure.
Nice little segue, right?
But so my wife bought a new car like I don't know 2 months ago. Within 3 weeks of having it, she texted me. She's like, "So I was texting while I was driving, and totally curbed the absolute fuck out of my wheels." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe some things the Saudis have right, you know." Good Lord.
Charlie's awfully quiet on this one.
Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Man, y'all be coming after the drinking bros tonight. Every time Dan says something about wanting to kill people, in parentheses, his blue balls for a stateside killer showing. Okay.
Okay.
That's not even within the theme of the question. Like I just asked about what's overrated. You're not even like talking about how is that overrated? Nobody's rating that. You're just bitching about Dan bitching about not killing anybody in the United States.
I didn't realize this was going to be an unloading on the.
I know. Good God, I'm gonna get a phone call from Dan tomorrow.
Yeah, right. I was like, hopefully no.
I'm like, dude, I'm just reading these. Like, what do you want me to do, man?
Oh man.
God damn it. The phrase 2 thumbs up. It's either bitching about the Drinking Bros host or talking shit about my thumb. That one's good though. That one is good.
That's so fucking. I'm sorry to laugh so.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm taking it in complete humor. I'm fine. It was a shitty day, but I'm going to be perfectly fine. So keep talking shit about my thumb. I really don't care. It's funny.
You knew you were gonna get roasted. For
And you could even ask Charlie because the group chat I'm in with them. The very first thing I told them, or not one, the first thing, within the first 15 minutes of me slicing my thumb off, I was making jokes about it, how it's my wife's favorite butthole thumb. Like, and I even told my wife that when she's like, "You need to go to the ER." She was so blown away about how calm I like. Initially, like once I cut it, like I ran in the house, like fuck, 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 fuck. And she's like, "Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?" I was like, "Okay, calm down." Like I didn't cut it off. I just cut like a corner of it off.
Chat.
God
Do
damn
what?
it, Ruben.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Thanks.
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. This is
No, I don't care. For real, I find it fucking hilarious. Like I'm not offended by it at all. Like I was being fucking stupid and cut the tip of my thumb off. Like I deserve to be ridiculed for that. I'm not gonna die. You know, I'm just gonna have a weird looking thumb for a while. I'm gonna have to clip my thumbnail at a 90-degree on the corner. You know. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. In fact, yeah, go ahead and hit that like button. That thumbs up. Do it. Do it in
Just thumb it,
memory.
guys. Even if you 3/4 thumb it,
Yeah.
it's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah. My joke was
Circumcised it.
yeah. The old lady's gonna have to live with 2 in the pink and 3/4 in the stink, you know?
Just like Jake said, it's circumcised. It's fine.
Mhm. At least my thumb is.
Oh.
We've talked about this. Everybody knows my status. All right, moving on. Swear to God, though, it's another thumb joke. Come on, let's go. They're coming after me today. You win thumb, you lose thumb.
In all fairness, I gotta admit the last two have been me.
Oh, is it? Fuck you, Jake.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jake. I thought it was funny until you just admitted to that. Fuck you, Jake.
I might have added a few thumb ones myself. I'm not gonna lie.
That one's good though.
And
Jake-
encouraged others to make thumb jokes.
Mhm.
You win thumb, you lose thumb. You gotta get Matt to make that a sign for you.
I might make that as a shirt tomorrow. I'm working on a bunch of new merch. I might make that one. And have a thumb that's like half cut off.
Dude,
I did. Did you guys see Charlie saw it, but I worked on a t-shirt design. We're going full horsey. Go full horsey up the stairs.
that was great. Yes,
All right.
that was good.
Oh, finally, not a thumb one. But whoever submitted this, I'm with you. Pickles can burn in hell.
Oh my god! The other day I had
I hate
artisan
pickles.
pickle.
Do
And
what?
I wanted to the other day I had a fucking artisan pickle. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. It's coming with like a burger that's like bougie as fuck. It was like, I don't even understand the fucking flavor it was, but it was not a pickle.
Really?
So it's just like a seasoned cucumber? Like what?
Tastes like tomato.
What?
Probably was a tomato.
No, it was like green. Like looked like a fucking cucumber, but like tasted like a tomato.
Okay. For everybody listening that doesn't already know, I fucking hate pickles. So, pickles are the cancer of food. If somebody puts a pickle on my sandwich when I ask for it, like when I ask to not have pickles on it,
grab a drink.
I just like, can I get another sandwich? Because this whole thing's going to taste like a fucking pickle now.
Oh, you big baby.
I know. Sorry, I'm so picky. I'll wait for Jake to come back to get to this one because it's also a non-thumb one or drinking bros related. So, and I'm also wondering where they're coming at from their standpoint on this.
Well, what is it? And we'll talk about it and then repeat it when Jake comes back.
It just says, so the question is, things you find incredibly overrated. Eating ass. Do you find, so are you saying that you find you eating somebody's ass overrated or having your ass eaten overrated?
What the fuck did I walk into?
Just that exactly. Exactly what you heard. That's that was the overrated part. It's getting your ass ate or eating ass, and so it's just like, yeah, what kind of context? I'm assuming if they said eating ass, you're the one.
They're the
doing
one
it.
licking it, right?
But it's just kind of like,
I mean-
well, that's just the same thing of like servicing someone else. Like, well, it's fucking overrated. Yeah, because you're not the one receiving the pleasure. You're giving it, but a lot of people receive pleasure from giving.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you're just a fucking piece of shit.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
thought
eating
about
ass is fun
that?
because of how shocking it is.
Is it shocking? Is eating somebody's ass that shocking anymore?
I mean, if you're in the shower and you just like turn around and you just fucking go at it, like
I mean, I feel like this, if you're if I get in the shower with my wife with sexual intentions,
I'm not
she
gonna
should
lie,
know
that's
there's
a weird place for it to happen. So that might be like the,
uh,
what are you doing?
trying to shower. There's still soap. There's still soap.
mm,
He's just blowing bubbles with the body wash.
Like kind of like waterboarding yourself with the water
Mm-hmm.
that's running down their ass crack.
Now, I will say, I didn't even think about this. An overrated thing: sex in the shower.
Straight up, I thought you were gonna say 69. I was like, when you said what's overrated, I was like, you are going to bring up 69.
Oh,
at
I
some
bet
point.
you there's some, but we're not. We're halfway through this. Somebody's gonna bring up
Yeah, but like you
69.
personally, because you're the only person I've ever like really heard like shit on that like so
I don't
hard.
shit
And I'm
on
like,
it. I don't. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it, right? But people are like,
But
oh,
you're saying it's
69,
overrated. You've definitely said it's
69,
overrated.
69. It is overrated. We'll see if we get there. If we don't, by the end of this, I'll rant about 69.
I mean, it's not for finishing. It's just for fun.
It's for fun. It's for fun. I'm
it's
not
for
saying
business. It's
I'm
for
not
pleasure.
saying that I don't enjoy it. I'm not saying that I don't do it.
I mean, to be fair, it's pretty business because like you're both working.
oh yeah,
and so,
you're
like,
both
you can't
working.
really
That's what makes it
enjoy.
overrated. Like you're both working. Either one of you is getting all the pleasure, or neither of you is getting all the pleasure. You know?
Right. Exactly. But it's fun at the same time.
It is
It's
fun. It is fun.
more the idea of it.
No, the idea it's just like most things. I'm sure. Let's go through this and see if any of my things come up. Spending time with your extended family. Yeah. Fair. Fair.
I love the dynamic of the answers.
I figured I was thinking this morning about like what's something that's broad enough to get good answers, but also like to get like a solid spectrum of like it's not going to be
Spicy
all
to normal.
sexual stuff. It's going to be like, maybe some hot takes, just like this one. Something that's overrated. Megan Fox.
Talking about thumbs.
The hammer thumb. Like this. Her thumb looks like this.
I
You
mean,
know
to
what's
be
funny?
fair, in Transformers, I could see it.
Oh,
but,
the
like,
first one when she opens that hood up? Oh.
yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. This is exactly.
Oh
what I
my
have in
God.
mind.
When my son becomes on his 13th birthday, I'm showing him that scene on repeat. But then I'm not gonna like let him experience any Megan Fox after that because, like, dude, it's not real. You know, like
Is there
what to
really
aspire
any Megan
for, but
Fox after that though?
not really.
I mean, MGK and Megan Fox.
I actually thought Megan's Body was kind of an entertaining movie, but not good.
Jennifer's
Not
Body?
good. Not a good movie, but an entertaining movie.
Jennifer's
I mean, I
body, man. Not Megan's body.
It's Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, you said Megan's
You said
body.
Megan.
Okay, sorry. Does it really matter? We all know what I'm fucking talking about. The only reason people went to go see that movie.
I mean, the
honestly-
funniest part in that movie
Did I really
is
say
the
Megan's
guy who
Body?
voiced Patrick.
Do what?
I was gonna say the guy who voiced Patrick in SpongeBob played one of the dads.
Oh.
So
Oh.
he yells, "I'm gonna fucking cut your wiener off," and it sounds like Patrick from SpongeBob.
I've actually never seen the movie. I've seen a lot about it. I've never actually seen
Jennifer's Body.
watched the movie. Yeah.
It's one of those
You
like
know-
it's one of those ones like you're bored on a Saturday, like throw it on. It's not good, but it's entertaining. You know.
Has a good early 2000s soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
I've heard it had like the cult following and whatnot.
it's got all like that mid 2000s emo music in it. You know. So next one, the Avatar movies. I can agree with this to a point.
100%.
I
I've
will
never seen
defend
two.
the first Avatar. I think what actually made it so successful had nothing to do with the plot. It was
it was
just
3D.
yeah, it was 3D and it was so like colorful and crazy. It just blew people's minds. People were like, you have to
It
go see
was
this
so pretty.
because it blows your mind. And it's still the second one's the same way. Like the colors and stuff are fucking awesome. The movie's not great.
Did they do that one in 3D too, or did they?
I don't.
Scrap it?
I watched it from home.
3D's not a thing anymore.
No, I think it gives
I
people
don't think
cancer or
so.
something. So
So
They're
they
not
were
doing
like,
real D
no,
3D
definitely
anymore.
watch it in IMAX, but
Do you guys remember IMAX Real D 3D? Where it was like Real D 3D on an IMAX screen?
yeah, that was like the
yeah, that was
beginning
Avatar. Yeah.
of like the Avatar was a part of. With like they give you like the Buddy Holly glasses and shit.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome because I remember being a scene kid back in that era, and like we'd wear those with the lenses punched out.
Yeah, it was in '09.
Yeah. Was that? Yeah, it would have been around 09. That sounds right.
And then they did the 3D TVs, and those did not do well at
No.
all.
Remember they made like Piranha 3D on HG.
My
Not
Bloody
Blu-ray.
Valentine.
Not
Jeez.
Blu-ray. HG or HD DVD. So, you know.
But the only things that actually worked well on was like animated movies, which
Yeah.
Avatar might as well have been animated.
Yeah, that I mean it was all CG. Is literally well, not all, but 90% CGI.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
Toy Story 3 was
years.
3D too.
was it?
Yeah, I remember seeing Toy Story 3 in 3D. I remember seeing like Kung Fu Panda in 3D.
Anyways, moving on. We gotta
Kung
get
Fu Panda was fucking awesome in 3D.
we gotta get through these. Next one, anal. Not a fan. Okay. I mean, I can see that. That was one of the ones I figured was gonna come up.
Giving and receiving.
Well, I guess I can only speak from the giving part. It's not like I don't know. And I've explained this to the wife before. Is like the only thing hot about it is like if you're wanting it, you know, like I don't ever ask to do it, kind of thing. Like it's only hot if you're turned on by it, because it really doesn't make it in fact, it's almost stressful for me because the whole time I'm like, "Are you okay? Is everything good? We're good. We're good.
Aw.
We're good." You know,
Still
like
consent?
it's fine. It's fine. It's hot when it happens, and they're like, and for at least for me, it's hot when it happens, and she's into it. But it's not something that's like, you know, I'm like
I want that
obsessed with. I gotta get in that butthole. You know.
I have said that anal sex with a female is the gayest thing you can do. I still stand by that to a point, but like, yeah, I mean, if she wants it, then that's a difference. And it kind of makes it different.
Yeah, I don't like. Not like something I like pursue. But if she opens the door, then like, okay, like if you want, like we can go down that road. Cool, whatever, you know.
She's just like, fuck me in the ass. Like, okay.
That is that. God damn it. Useful appendages.
Charlie's just like, yes. Yes, my minions.
I mean, I did ask another group chat to
I know, I'm sure.
maybe troll you a little bit.
We know who sent this one. White privilege.
Oh man.
Is that overrated though? Because it worked out well for me. Hard AF seltzer. Good lord, guys! Like, we're targeting people today, huh? Like,
Why are you guys so mad?
I mean, they did they did change who makes it, so it is a little different from.
yeah, I haven't had it since they switched brewers. The original formulas, there was some that I really liked, and there was some that I wasn't that into. But, well, I don't know.
But 8%, 8%.
For an 8%, it tasted pretty damn good. I've had other 8%.
To be fair, like, what are you drinking it for? You're drinking it for the
yeah,
8%.
you get wrecked by a pool
I mean,
somewhere.
I'm drinking
you know?
a 6% right now, and like, it's pretty fucking tasty.
6% is fine, but like once they get to that 8, like even like the White Claws.
See,
I almost got a White Claw
I've had
surge
those
today.
8% White Claws. They taste like hot garbage.
Yeah, it's just rough when you get to the highest you can get. But once again, it's just like, what are you buying these for? For the taste or for the 8%? I'm buying them
Pirate
for.
water tastes like shit too.
Is that the Barstool one?
Yeah.
I had
Fire
one that
water,
wasn't
they call it.
terrible. It was like a fruit punch flavored one.
It's like 9%.
Yeah, it's high up there, and they're like $6 a can at the gas
Oh,
station.
fuck
I
you. I only get a bottle of vodka, bitch.
I had
Like,
like a red one.
Bitch.
I bought like a red one. I can't remember what flavor it was. It was like red. It's like I can't remember what flavor it was. It wasn't terrible, but I'd never bought it again. So
oh, have y'all seen Dunkin' Donuts came out with their own fucking hard seltzer? It's called Dunkin' Seltzer.
ugh,
Yeah. Dunkin'
ugh.
fucking Donuts has entered the fucking chat, and it's just like, can we not?
Can we not? Next one. I agree with this one. The Office. And honestly, I think it's because literally it's all my wife watches 24/7. Is the fucking Office. I was like, how can you watch this so much? It is a good show. It's well written. Steve Carell is incredible in it. But at the same time, it's like it's the same. It's kind of the same joke over and over and over.
Yeah, I can't do it over and over and over. It's been years since I've watched it, but I first loved Parks and Rec before The Office.
Parks and Rec's fucking awesome. Though.
Like it's to the point she watches it so
Yeah.
much that I'm so done with it.
It's like you can like when you like know exactly what everyone's gonna say.
No.
Like it's,
Here,
it's
let me
time.
finish my sentence. Is
Sorry.
when like so if the kids are home and we're in the bedroom wanting to like do some sexy time, we kind of have to leave the TV on something just for the background noise so the kids don't
Yes.
hear us going at it. I swear to Christ, if like I can be like going down on her hard as a rock.
Do, do,
If that comes on, I'm immediately like, we're done here. I can't. Soft. Boop. Done. Can't
Alright, so
fucking
it's
do it.
put on a fucking movie, something that's not crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
Austin Powers is always a good one.
Austin Powers is a good one.
God.
I'm also like, we have like every streaming service known to man. Not that I think it's a good movie, but if we're like going at each other, you can at least put on like 50 Shades of Grey or something.
Or like
you know?
Lord of the Rings, and you get rock fucking hard.
Oh yeah.
Twin
Give me that.
Towers. Aw.
Give me that. Lord of the Rings.
You know-
Oh, somebody's about to fight now, though. The new Top Gun movie.
Motherfucker, shut up.
That's the perfect movie.
I agree.
What?
Fuck you,
That's the
Charlie.
perfect movie.
Bitch.
Except
don't
except
care.
for Glenn Powell's small ass mouth that I can't
Tiny.
unsee.
Tiny teeth.
Tiny got a little got dolphin
I
teeth.
saw that movie on mushrooms and it was fucking amazing.
I mean, yeah, but that's only because the first one was so good.
No, I've gone, but since watching the second one, I watched the second one with my son. He was like, "Oh, there's another one." I was like, "Yeah." I went back to try to rewatch the first one, and that is what kind of made me hate the new one because it made the first one seem so boring.
Yeah, no, the camera work on the second one is so much better.
I watched the first one. I was like, "Can we get to like some action part instead of like weird gay volleyball? Like, let's go."
What the fuck do you think Top Gun is about, buddy?
I know.
Weird gay volleyball.
Weird gay volleyball. Oh, here it is, Charlie. Next one. 69 for sure.
That was yours, wasn't it?
It was not. I don't ever submit anything to these. So
Y'all just a bunch of haters.
no, I'm not hating 69. It's about what's overrated, right? Like 69 doesn't. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of does
I hate
suck.
the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk.
But it's not like I don't know. Like 69 is like a teenager mentality thing. Like oh, 69. Trust me, still enjoy it, still do it, but it's more of like a warm up thing, right?
But yeah, it's foreplay.
Yeah, like nobody's coming from 69.
Oh, No.
Or maybe one person is, but the other person, nowhere close.
Yeah. If both do, someone's lying.
Yeah. And if
And we
one
both
and
know
if
who
one does, it wasn't a real 69, you know? Somebody was focusing on themselves a little too much, you know?
That's why it's like it's for a foreplay thing.
Yeah.
It's-
I'm not shitting on it as like it's terrible. It's fun. It's hot. But it's definitely not like the greatest sexual position to ever be in.
I mean, so I love the movie. What is it? What's Your Number?
Oh,
And in
yeah.
that movie, one of the characters says, like, it's like 69. You do that when you're 17, when you're trying to get everything in when you're 17 and your mom's about to come home. Like, it's just to get everything in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
It's not wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
true.
it's just foreplay. Like we're both getting each other turned on so we can get to the real shit, you know?
And it's like, yeah, we're being dirty. We're not just doing like regular shit.
You guys ever done like non-traditional 69ing?
Yeah.
The reverse 69?
Well, the reverse 69, I have a poster
No, but
of
like
that.
laying on each other, like laying on the sides and
Laying
shit.
on the side or the guy on top 69.
I've never done the guy on top.
Oh my god, no. Do not ever do a guy six on top. No.
Choke the fuck out of her.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Give it
I've
to
been
her.
there one time and it was like just seeing balls.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
Nothing to my face. Like, no, we're gonna stop this. This is disgusting.
What about
Nope.
you ever seen the movie History of Crime with Viggo Mortensen? They're doing the side by side 69.
Yeah, I've never. No, that's not.
We're about to fly in 69.
I didn't even think
The stand up 69?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have the upper body
I only
strength
see
for
that
that.
in the movie about the famous runner from Oregon State. He was like a gymnast, and she did a handstand, split her legs, and they started 60. I don't know, but
What
nah.
Cinemax movie was this?
No, it was a Greg
Bill pulls out his notepad.
I'm like, let's write this down. Oh,
Fontaine was his name.
Greg LaMontagne did this?
No, Fontaine.
Oh. Anyways, the next one, hilarious but dark. The most overrated thing, one word, life.
Wow. Edgy. Don't be careful not to cut yourself with all that edge there, homie.
Honestly, fucking, they weren't there.
Yeah. Intact thumbs, awesome.
That was me.
How is this overrated? Charlie as a female? Hold on. Foreplay is overrated?
Wait, I'm not over me being a what?
I read this one. Somebody said something that's extremely overrated, foreplay. Which would mean like, oh, like you're just like, oh, let's just jam it in and let's go.
Wait, let's circle back real quick.
I was gonna say I'm not done with the one. You really skipped over me being a female. What?
Like
I'm sorry.
That sounds like
Okay,
some bullshit
you're right.
Elijah
Sorry.
would say.
Sorry.
Am I
You're right.
supposed to be a man? I don't understand.
No, sorry. It has been, in my experience, foreplay is a very, I don't want to say important, but a very appreciated part of a sexual experience,
You're
especially from the
still
female side.
not on what Jake and I are talking about. That's cool.
Oh, I'm going off of the next answer because we got to get this shit done.
Okay.
The next answer is foreplay. Somebody said foreplay is extremely overrated.
I mean that person is shitty.
Yeah, a snooze fest.
Someone
yeah.
sounds single.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they probably will be for a while. Anyways, moving on. Kobe. Don't know enough about basketball, but okay. Really? BBC.
You know, the BBC News really isn't that great.
I was
can
gonna
see that.
say a British broadcasting company like.
I mean, yeah, those sitcoms and those dramas are pretty predictable.
I mean, you have to just know.
Right?
You just have to know, like, what. Like, I'm half British, so I understand it, you know. But I get it. I get it.
And British humor's pretty dry. Yeah.
It's incredibly dry.
Desert. Some would say desert dry.
Speaking of dry, next answer: drywall. Yep. Yep. Next answer: the WNBA is not overrated because it's not rated. People have to talk about it in order for it to be overrated. So
This is true.
Sorry, WNBA.
Yes, true.
I mean, there's some hardcore lesbian drama that I'm with in the WNBA.
Yeah, but the
That's the only
WNBA,
part, it's not the
that
actual
doesn't make the
playing, it's the
WNBA
on the
overrated. Like, nobody talks about the WNBA. Caitlin Clark from Iowa just went to the WNBA. Nobody still talks about the WNBA. Like, nobody talks about it. It was never rated to begin with. These so-called rappers nowadays on the radio.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, I mean, rap sucks now. I get it, but I don't listen to enough of it to be overrated.
Kendrick is fucking awesome.
No, like, well, Kendrick Lamar's been around for a while. You know, he's just had a good career. Kendrick Lamar's great. He's been around for fucking 15 years at this point. Hope Solo's butthole. I've seen better, and I don't like that photo on the Drinking Bros set.
I've seen better.
We have all seen better buttholes, man. The whole point of Hope Solo's...
It's not the point that it's the best, honey. Do you not understand that? That's not the point.
The joke is how busted it is.
I mean, there's a reason Ross calls it a fucking catcher's mitt. Like, did you think they thought it was the best? And also, they didn't buy that shit behind them.
Somebody sent it
to them.
I know who sent it to them because he sent the same artwork to me, wanting me to do t-shirts of it.
That's amazing. But yeah, like,
if that file exists, I will pay for a print. Just saying.
I'll hook you up with the guy. He sent me the file. I just don't, the way the colors are and stuff, like, I can't really screen print it that well. So I don't want to do it on justice.
It would make a great t-shirt.
Oh, it would make an incredible t-shirt. If I ever get to the point where I can print it, I will print it. Trust me.
Be the funniest fucking thing ever.
Be incredible. Creed, thumb me closer. What's the thumb me closer bit, though?
I don't... Do they have a song that has a title like that? I don't...
That's what I don't know.
I don't know if they do.
Because they can
Like,
hold me closer?
Oh, is that a deep cut?
Ooh. Oh. Oh. Here we go. With the deep cut jokes.
Shut up. I'm kind of proud of myself for that.
That was a good one. I'll give you that. That was a good one, Charlie. I'll give you that one. All right, last one. Giving your bud... God damn it. It took me a second. I was like, I thought it was a weed joke, but it's not. Giving your bud a high 4.
A high 4 3/5.
4 3/4. I mean, it's still, most of it's still there, y'all. Come on.
I mean, come on.
Those were good. I will say those are good. I hold no contempt for anybody that made the thumb jokes because I did it to myself. It's fucking hilarious. I don't get the Creed one though.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at their albums. I can't find a "Hold Me Closer."
Like that's Hold Me Closer, but that'd be like Elton John.
Yeah.
Are you Tony Danza?
Hold me closer, tiny thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Oh my gosh, Alex
Count the
did tell
stitches
you
on the
Thumbelina
highway.
earlier, and that made me laugh.
Oh God.
Thumbelina is good.
Mm-hmm. That is good. I don't get the Creed one. If somebody can explain that to me later on in the
Thumbelina
DM.
works on so many levels, though.
Oh, it does. Thumbelina is a good one.
Tiny thumb.
I'll have to make shirts about my thumb, I guess. And so, anyways, we've been doing this for a solid hour and 20 minutes now. My hind teeth are floating, and despite all jokes, my thumb is fucking throbbing, and I need to go get some goddamn ibuprofen because no doctor will give me fucking painkillers. So
maybe you'll have some like tomorrow.
Welcome to modern America.
maybe. I know. I was in like 4 different rooms in the emergency room, and every one of them had these like huge posters that like were titled "What to Know About Prescription Pain Medication." And I was reading,
Holy shit.
I was like, oh, as I'm like reading through it, I'm like, oh, pretty much just like, oh yeah, y'all passed this shit out like candy for 20 years, got people hooked, killed a bunch of teenagers, and now like you're not gonna give them to anybody. Dope. Awesome. So
If you had an IV, you would have gotten some, but they didn't
I
give you an
know.
IV, so they're like,
I know. I was
"Yeah."
making as I was waiting for 3 hours just to get into an ER room. I was making a joke with somebody in the waiting room as well. I was like, I should have just come in like crawling and be like, I'm having chest pain so bad, and I cut my thumb. But
I mean,
You would
yeah.
have waited longer.
we'll see. I'll just go smoke some weed and take some ibuprofen, drink a bunch.
Honestly, it's better than opiates, to be
Probably.
fair.
And actually, to be perfectly honest, like I don't know if I want painkillers. Last time I actually had been prescribed painkillers, it just made me sick to my stomach. So
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like smoking is probably the best thing because
Yeah.
you don't know how you're going to react to whatever it is. Is it really going to help that much? And you can only do it every 46 hours.
yeah, yeah.
You'll
So,
get fucking. There's a good chance you'll get constipated. Nobody fucking talked about that.
yeah, no. So we'll see. I don't know. It's healing. It's healing. Great. It'd be nice to like not be up all night with like throbbing pain in my thumb. So
Yeah,
Take an edible.
I don't think he has those.
I don't. We'll talk about that offline though, Jake. So, anyways, like I said at the top of the show, like and subscribe on YouTube, share. We got some new subscribers this week, which is dope. We got a bunch of downloads this week, by the way.
Yeah, download our shit.
Whenever I get spikes in the audio, it means somebody is going back and listen, like somebody new is listening to the catalog. So that's great. Share helps us grow. So yeah, rate and review, like and subscribe, hit 5-star on Spotify, and then go buy an iPhone. Yeah. So anyways, for Jake, for Charlie, I'm Thumbelina. This has been the Nooner Nation. Love you guys.